Welcome to another episode of Mellow Mission Productions. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, Linux. I like Linux so much that I just bought a hat. Ta-da! The Linux generation. Linux is the wave of the future, and you want to be a part of our generation, as it were. So, why am I so gung-ho about Linux? Well, especially in recent days, because Linus Torvalds is the man behind the Linux kernel, itself stands up for the user. And here's what recently happened. One of his developers that's working on the kernel update suggested that they basically break a certain workflow regarding LAN access or some such thing. And Linus said, no, we don't break user workflow to fix a bug. That just creates a bigger bug. And he went on very colorfully elaborating on why this is a bad idea. If you want to check out more information on that, visit Brian Lunduk's YouTube channel, because he did a pretty good job of breaking that down. So basically, Linux, from one of its leading figures, from its very core philosophy, is all about respecting the user. And it does this in the biggest way, I think, by respecting privacy and customizability. So you want to have control of your computer. You want your computer to be your computer, and you want your data to be your data. Microsoft and Mac makes it easy for you to use their systems, but what it costs you is your privacy and the capacity to change your system. Microsoft Windows 10 especially, here's from PC World, there's no doubt about it. Windows 10 is studded with data tracking tidbits and hooks into all sorts of Microsoft's online services. Handing over all that data has some tangible benefits, like Windows 10's OneDrive integration and the Bing-powered brains behind the Cortana Digital Assistant, etc. So basically, it'll help you streamline your life, but you're basically always going to have a digital nanny looking over your shoulder, and that carries with it risk. And if you don't want that, one way is to go and look for Linux. That engine threw me off. My goodness. Anyway, one thing that you can do is, really dig around in the Windows 10 environment and make all of these fixes, which will sort of work. But then again, I think Microsoft still retains the right to your data on some level always. Or you can just switch to Linux, which, even in the way that it does file permissions, its architecture, it doesn't grant root access, which makes it inherently more secure than Windows, which tends to just, everything is accessible to the user, I think. Yeah, it's VC administrator and such things. Customizability. So I just picked up a fancy word from all these articles I've been reading. Monoculture. Microsoft Windows is a monoculture in that it basically is Windows, like all the time. There's not these flavors like Linux has, which cater to different types of workflows. For instance, if you're a musician, if you're a web developer, if you're a coder, you can customize a given system that kind of leans towards one or the other of those directions. Also, what's really great is it's free and you don't have to subscribe to all these different SaaS things. So, yes, Linux is still really small. And that's one other reason that it's, so secure, security through obscurity, but it's growing, and I want to see it continue to grow because it's such a great and innovative system with lots of eyes on it, making it this really rich user experience. And I just can't say enough good things about it. That's why I bought the hat. Thanks for joining me today on Mellow Mission Productions, and I hope you have a great time wherever time finds you. Take care.